Man, let's start talking about the fall. What a fall it was.
Yeah, it was a fun one.
Yeah. I mean, let's go sport by sport. We'll start with the folks who ran the most, got the most steps in the fall. Let's start cross country.
Not the basketball team. That's the punishment.
Yeah.
How do you punish a cross country kid? Make them shoot free throws? I don't know how you do that for a cross country kid.
I don't know. Okay. I don't know. But I mean, yeah, that's what I do. Obviously run. I mean, these guys
run.
Hit the ground running.
Right.
Can I use that, Joe?
Sure.
I mean, that's
good.
What a year. I mean, girls cross country.
Yes. Ritzy. I remember when Isabel first started as a freshman. She's a senior.
Yeah.
Man, that seems like it was just yesterday. But, some great year for them to push through and have some success at the league meets and things. It was awesome.
We'll see Caitlin Thomas up for an award here in just a little bit.
There you
Freshman,
go.
representing the freshman building.
I remember her father when he used to run. Yes. Yeah. He was good. He's still good.
How old are you?
I am old. Yes. I can't wait till the time when you have my grandparent. That's when I quit.
So girls cross country, boys cross country. Caleb Frank obviously is the guy that I remember being at VOA, seeing it, being at the finish line with Coach Pierce. Man, that's a moment I'll never forget.
Yeah, you like having those cross country kids that can look you in the eye too. I think he's about 6'3" or 6'4".
Yes. Some longer strides.
Yes.
Longer strides. Yeah. Obviously.
And Nathan was a
Sheriff. Sheriff had a great year. AJ Ludwig.
Yeah.
It was a great crew. Yeah. It was a great crew. Runners. A good crew. And so awesome to see them be able to compete. But what a successful year.
Yeah.
So
it was fun.
We got to talk a little bit about boys and girls golf. We'll start first girls golf.
Yeah, made a huge impact. We had 3 sophomores and 3 freshmen on that's our varsity golf team this year. So think of how, man, it was just exciting every time to show up and see what they were doing to get better. Some of them 3 freshmen never played varsity, obviously ever in their life, to get into a varsity competition and see that. And so to have Coach Kessler, pushing through those things, it was a fun year to go watch. And I never mind going to the golf course and watching golf.
It's true. Yeah, girls golf. You think of Sophie, you think of Peyton, you think of Laurel, you think of all these guys that, again, like we mentioned, crazy to think just sophomores, and to think, how well we feel like we've known them, or how long we feel like they've been playing, and they're just sophomores. Yeah. They're just halfway through. So, yes, girls golf, boys golf, quite the year too.
Yeah,
obviously, Spencer Coran is going to be talked about a little bit this evening. You don't make it to stay in golf and not get brought up.
Multiple really good players. Spencer finished the year so strong and came on strong, but Logan Murphy had a great year. I mean, a 4-year varsity player, many rounds, even or close to even par, under par, and just had just really improved as the year went along. And they competed really well in the league for one of the top spots in the league all year long.
And to think of Logan, I just remember such a defining performance that I don't think is mentioned later, but his GMC performance in the GMC tournament over there at Walden. I mean, he played so well.
Yeah, he owns Walden. He just plays Walden so well.
So
I think you stay left on number 18. I just stay left, Logan. Go left. Big creek on the right side.
Okay. I wouldn't know.
That's how I coach golf.
Don't get a chance to go.
But you ain't way left.
Yeah.
I mean, you're way over here.
Let's move on. Talk about volleyball.
Yeah, girls volleyball.
It was a good year. Bella coming out, Henley Krause. You'll see those guys throughout the show tonight. Great to see Coach Grimes back coaching for us again.
They had a great year. It's a good mix of a couple of key seniors that stepped in, led the team, and then a couple of really sophomores and young people that were, really instrumental into having some success. And they moved up in the rankings of the GMC, so that was a very successful year for them.
Yeah, the future looks bright. For volleyball. So let's talk soccer. So we'll start boys soccer.
Boys soccer junior, great year.
Yeah.
It seems like he always has chances. I mean, he's always around the ball, chances to score. Solid defense.
Yeah. First team all GMC. As I did preparation for today, he might have had one of the most impressive falls of any.
Yeah.
I mean, his fall. If you look at his stat line, if you look at how few games he played, how many points he scored, assists, goals. It's one of the more impressive, especially coming off of a COVID year, and that's something we have to consider. Limited preseason, to see what he was able to do, amazing.
Yeah, I think for both of our soccer teams, I've watched a lot of soccer in my life, but ball possession is so key, And so you have to have a team concept in soccer as much as anything else. And I just saw the improvement this year so much from our soccer team, just possessing the ball and having chances to score and the passing and then take advantage of it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the same way for our girls team.
Yeah.
You know, the girls team had a very solid defense. You know, Kylie was just incredible back there. You know, and to be solid, but then have some younger kids up top and have chances to score with the, when the ball is possessed for longer periods of time. Just a really fun year for both of those.
And you think about girls soccer too. You've got a really strong senior class that's going to be there
for a while.
You know, you talked about Kylie's the goalkeeper, but I mean Jessie Schuster. I mean Libby Johnson, Sass Henry. I mean these are names that, especially in the Fairfield soccer world, we'll be talking about for a while. You know,
And they're
sad to see.
And their coach had a good year. And their coach had a pretty incredible year. I mean, he did some things this year.
100 wins.
100.
So
Mr. Century.
Congratulations, Coach O'Leary. But Olivia Strout, making first team all GMC. We'll see her nominated for some awards this evening.
Right. And as we talk about soccer, can we just slide into the girls' tennis? Is there a way we could just transition from soccer into tennis?
We did. We had the Sasser Johnson doubles team. We probably should have done reverse order because typically they went from tennis to soccer. We'll flip it. What a cool, I mean, that's just a cool memory they'll have forever. I think it's athletic department will have a school this size. Very rarely do you see, multi-sport athletes. This is a special class of multi-sport athletes, but very rarely do you see it in the same season. What these guys had to do to be able to pull something like that off. And kudos to them, but also kudos to their coaches, their parents. Really cool memory.
That's awesome.
Talia Nichols, we'll see her nominated tonight, but thinking of our seniors, we got Maddie Lane. I mean, just a good group of seniors. I mean, we say it all the time in our office, but this was a special group of graduating seniors.
Anytime we have to get interaction with our seniors, just miss so much having those other times, like the times we interact with some meetings and stuff, and we didn't get to have that. But anytime we were able to have video times or whatever, it was really fun to be around our seniors.
Yeah, and I think the thing we fail to mention too is we just remember them as a lot of them, especially our spring athletes, as sophomores, and then all of a sudden they come back to us this senior year and we're like, wow, you're a grown up, you're mature, you've grown, and that's amazing. So football.
We talked about football. Yes.
I mean, there's just some memories from this season I won't forget.
I would say about this. I'll come to all the games, but every night it was an exciting, incredible night. Whether we win or lost, and we didn't win as many as we used to winning, but it was like every night on the edge of your seat. We're going to win this. We're going to pull this one out. We're at Lakota East. We're down like 20. Come all the way back to take the lead. There was nights like that. It was just fun times to be there.
Yeah.
We had some young people really get involved in that one.
I mean, we'll see Talon Fisher, starting quarterback here in the GMC. Kind of a thing you don't see anymore. Freshmen get an opportunity to start in the GMC, especially if you're story programs like Fairfield, especially quarterback. But we'll see his name mentioned a few times. We'll also hear Mr. Mays mentioned a few times.
That's incredible. I mean, every highlight that Jaden has, every play that Jaden has is a highlight tape. Everything is just a highlight with him. He breaks something away. And then we have some other solid seniors, the Omars, the Ethans, and those guys, Brandon
Connor,
Smith, Connor.
I think that was the great thing about that senior class is, and we had such an interesting vantage point, but so often, especially this year, we would be in the end zone trying to keep everyone at home updated, trying to get a video, and as I prepared for today, looking back at some of those videos, obviously you see, Talon score, you see Jaden score, you see Kivy Bivens score again and again and again. But the cool thing is, especially this year, that senior leadership of the first person to congratulate them, almost always the senior line. So kudos to those guys. Just a fun year. That Dayton Dunbar game to wrap up the year.
And the lights went out. We
kept the tradition. The lights going out at least once.
Big Daddy Dave is up there playing some music and having some fun.
Yeah, we probably finished that thing close to 11:30. A moment I'll never forget. But a fun fall. I can't wait till next year. We talked about we'll miss these seniors, but a lot of we've got to give a shout out to our sophomore and that freshman class. They stepped up big time.
I don't know. We have so many sophomores. Over half the team, I feel like we're sophomores starting for us this year. So the future is bright. We're excited.
That's awesome. So